Television, going to a high of 21 degrees today, and we're grooving in the studios with Happy Guy and the men who discovered Happy Guy and created it. So they come from different countries, different worlds, but a candid picture, this one, snapped nearly a decade ago, brought them together. And City TV's, this is the one right here, City TV's Kirsten Ellen Fleming explains how a Calgary man's happy face launched an epic search that has a very happy ending.
We're going to acknowledge you three as friends for life.
It's a group hug more than 7 years in the making.
Let me take you back in time.
Nate Sturdy was in a funk, evicted from his apartment, dumped by his girlfriend, and demoted to housekeeper at the Banff Park Lodge.
And all of a sudden there was this coming out of the bin, this photo, this smile, and it was sort of inviting me to, like, you know, look on the bright side.
It was this photo that changed his attitude and his luck. The photo had such an impact, it spent 7 years on his fridge in Australia, while him and his brother began a worldwide internet search for the real-life Happy Guy.
If I had $1 for every time I've told the story now, we were telling the story before the group even started. We just liked the story about how he found it and his luck changed.
This is where the story of the Sturdys and the Happy Guy first began, the Banff Park Lodge. Now, 7 years later, the brothers have crossed the ocean, bringing with them the picture that started it all.
You know, we have boomerangs in Australia, so started off here and I sort of took it, threw it around Australia and had people smiling along the way, so it just seemed natural for it to come back.
The fact that they even saw that it was of value just from the energy that it held, to take it back doesn't seem right today.
Paul Daggett, aka the Happy Guy, hasn't seen the photo his friend took since he threw it away.
Actually, the gentleman that took the picture, he said, "Give me your best smiles." So I just flashed the big smile.
Okay, can you give it to us now?
There it is. That was just a candid, it was kind of like Paul, and then that's how I used to catch people sometimes. I'd just yell their name and then they'd turn and I'd snap.
A candid moment of a Happy Guy, which led to a worldwide adventure these three friends say isn't over yet.
There might be some movie potential where we're writing some things down.
It's brought us this far and who knows where it's going to take us next.
And joining us in studio, Paul Daggett, Happy Guy, and Devin Sturdy and Nate Sturdy. And together at last after 7 years. And you've brought your matching outfits?
Yes, we have.
The big reveal.
The unveiling.
Who is Happy Guy? Strong, flex.
In the flesh.
In the flesh. So this is really amazing. So, Paul, tell me, when did you find out that you had become an internet phenomenon?
Well,
A celebrity.
as it turns out, flesh is too good because it's the Flesh family that got hold of me and left a message on the answering machine because the good friends of ours, their daughters, saw the discussion group Who's Happy Guy, and they went, "Whoa, we know that guy." So they immediately phoned home and said, "You got to go on the internet. You're a big-time celebrity." We get back from Fernie to find out this message, and so my daughter says, "Well, let's go down and check it out." And my wife is going, "What's this?" So we go downstairs, she logs on, and then the discussion group pops up, and I start sweating bullets.
Really?
I'm going, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. It's just too bizarre. Could you imagine your photo on the internet?
Yeah.
And you immediately start to think, well, what is the flavor? What's this all about, right? So within about 30 seconds, I really find out that this is just great. But the photos, all the messages, and where they're all from. Some of these messages are from Israel and Africa and throughout Europe. Amazing, and it's all really positive stuff. So within, I said, the 30-second time frame, I realized that this is a great, great story, and it's just amazing. It's just amazing how it came about.
Your picture started an underground worldwide phenomenon about Happy Guy. And did you bring the original picture, Nate?
We did. We brought it. He's got it.
I have it
Devin
in my
has
pocket.
it.
Let's put it in there.
Keep that. That's
There
valuable.
It wasn't that bent originally, but
Yeah, it's been battered and bruised a little bit.
It's been
so
loved.
We'll put it there.
So there it is. So Nate, you found it in a dumpster in Canada.
Well, I was working as a housekeeper, and it was in the room, and
Well, I'll lay it on you. I had the blues at the time, and this photo, it's like the smiling image. It was like, hey man, it's gonna be all right. Look on the bright side of things. Not in that accent, but he didn't have a voice at the time. So that's right, yeah. So yeah, I was just like, yeah. And I started smiling, and then I showed people, and they started smiling, and it was like a mirror effect. And yeah, made things all right.
So you had this picture on your fridge for 7 years before posting it online.
Yeah.
And did the Happy Guy photo really change your life? You mentioned you were kind of in the dumps.
Well, just from that on, I guess the attitude of things, you know. Yeah, it's all good. And if you can smile, you can make other people smile, and that in turn will make you feel good.
So here you are, you're all together, you've met after 7 years, sort of having this internet relationship. And
Feels like we're getting married or something.
nice way. And so Devin, tell
The
me.
internet relationship's only 7 months long.
Okay, 7 months long, because of the Facebook group that started with the Happy Guy phenomenon. And here you guys are. So how did you get here to meet and exchange the photo and put it all together?
This is the cool bit, because last time when Paul was in the studio talking to Dave Kelly, Dave Kelly rules.
Rock on, Dave Kelly.
At the end of the interview,
There's a
shout out to Dave Kelly, my homie.
That's right.
I jokingly, almost as like a throwaway comment, I said, well, we'd love to give the photo back, but we can't afford to get to Canada. And that actually led to something. A few months later, a friend of mine, Jeff O'Leary, emailed the story or the YouTube video onto a friend, Reality Biswanette, from Banff Lake Louise Tourism, and she thought, whoa, this is perfect. And so they actually flew us to Banff, where we both lived, to just as a promotion for the town. And it was just great. We've just been doing really cool stuff in town all week.
The positive buzz continues.
Exactly.
And you mentioned, we saw in the piece that there might be a movie in the works. What's that all about?
Well,
the creative juices have been flowing since we found the photo, because there was no story, so we created one, and now the story that's come out of it, it's even wilder than...
if there are any producers out there that want to give us a hand.
Hey, the shout-out worked the first time around.
Yes.
There you go. So, Paul, why did you throw away this picture to begin with?
Well, it's
a
interesting.
great shot.
I was given the photo at a convention that we're at for teachers in Banff, and it was a collection of photos. And so I'm flipping through them casually, came across that one, and I'm going, no, it's just too bizarre, I thought. So I just put it in the garbage. Little did I know that it had this magnetism attached to it that would lift somebody's spirits. Like, who knew, right?
Yeah. Who knew that it would translate that way?
Yeah.
So, do you introduce yourself as Happy Guy now? Do you get recognized on the street?
Well, it's just an incredible story, so I have to share it with people. And I was at tennis last night, and I shared that. Well, these guys came out with me, and so
Is that your official friends
so
for life?
I got a chance to introduce them to a variety of people. Oh, what a serve! Yeah. Don't go there. Sorry. But yeah, they think it's just a fabulous story, and they just can't believe that it has occurred, right? So
And here you
it is
are.
remarkable.
That's our favourite bit too. We just love telling the story.
Yeah.
We tell it all the time just to see the smile on people's faces. That's what it's all about. It's making people smile.
Yeah, and the law of attraction. And were you believers before?
Well, certain things have been happening that sort of indicates when, you sort of think
Signs.
positively, and you sort of, you're out to make other people feel good and happy, and,
Well, what about
comes back.
the Mongolian throat
Yeah,
singers?
exactly. That's been following. I've been learning how to do this throat singing in Australia by Dean Frankel, and yeah, that was your previous guest. So I can try a bit for you if you like.
Yes, please.
And actually, I'm going to try to incorporate this in a Happy Guy inspired song. so-
Okay, terrific.
Okay.
It all comes together. Thanks so much for being here, you you guys. This really amazing story, and best of luck with future movie product coming out. Nate Sturdy, Devin Sturdy, thanks for being here, and of course Paul Daggett, Happy Guy himself, here in studios today. And we have more coming up on BT. We're giving away more parade tickets after this.